Okay, happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We will get started into this stretch and core class this morning. As always, body weight movements, but if you have weights, you can use it for one of our exercises today. We have 3 exercises or 3 different movements we'll be doing. The timing will be 1 round, it'll be 3 rounds, 1 set, starting with 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest for that first round. Then the second round will be 1 set of 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, and then the third and final round will be 35 seconds of work, 25 seconds of rest. So opposite of last week, we are starting with that high set and working our way down. We will be starting with our first exercise in a half side plank position. So as always, elbow right underneath that shoulder. Your legs will be bent so your feet are right behind your knees. And you want to make sure your hips, knees, and elbows all line up, coming up into that side plank, lifting your hips off the ground. We're going to come up into that clam where you're opening at the knees, but keeping the feet together, then lowering back down and then raising back up. Again, making sure you're not over opening and that the hips aren't rolling back. You're only opening at the knees, making sure your hips are still rolled forward, nice and aligned, chest open. So easier if you keep your other hand on your hip. Then we'll switch sides, do it on the other side for that second set. And then our second exercise will be on our back, legs extended. We're going to bring it up for a toe touch, bringing both your shoulder blades off the ground, lowering back down, and then dropping one leg, and then raising back up, and then the other. So you're alternating those single leg drops in between each crunch. Again, if you have that weight or water bottle, something you want to add on to, you can hold that onto your hands as you crunch up. And then our third exercise, we're going to turn it over onto a plank, and just like with that half side plank, we're going to do it all on one side for 1 set and then all on the other side for that second set. So we will be in a high plank on your hands and toes. You're going to kick that leg up, bring it forward into a knee tuck, bring the knee over to that opposite elbow, bring it back, raise it back up into the air. Notice how when my leg is in the air, my shoulders are back. And as I tuck that knee in, my shoulders are exactly right over those hands, and they stay there until you push it back. That's how I want it to be the entire time. And then again, we'll be switching sides for that final set, but we only have those 3 exercises. So we will go ahead and get started on our side, whichever side you want to start with. Usually I recommend your weaker side if you have one. We're coming down onto your side, forearms on the ground, elbows right under that shoulder. Your feet should be behind your knees, coming up into that clam position. Remember, this first round is 45 seconds, only 1 set with a short 15 seconds of rest. So we're going to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and then back down. You should either be stopping right before your hip touches the ground, or you can let it tap very quickly and softly, and then power that hip back up. Again, as you open at the knees, your hips should not be rolling back. Working your obliques and getting in a little bit of that glute action. We have 10 more seconds. 2, 1, go ahead and rest. Let's switch sides. Coming into that position, 10 seconds, our hips are coming up, feet behind the knees, elbows under that shoulder. 3, 2, 1, power it up, open those knees, keep the feet together. Keep it up, more than halfway there. Then we're gonna roll it onto our backs after this for that toe touch to single leg drop, 10 seconds. Go ahead and rest. Let's roll onto our backs, our legs extended in the air, bringing our hands up to touch those toes, lifting your shoulder blades off the ground. In 3, 2, 1, bring it up, and then you're dropping one leg down, dropping it as far down as you can before it touches the ground, or only as far as you can before your back starts to arch. So you should be maintaining that pelvic tilt the entire time. You drop that leg down, pressing that lower back into the floor. And again, optional, you can have a weight in your hands for that extra challenge. 5 more seconds. Go ahead and rest, and we're turning it over into that high plank position. Again, pick which leg you want to start with. We're kicking it up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick that leg up, bring the knee in, cross it over, bring it back, and then kick the leg back up in the air. Shoulders are back with the leg in the air, and then they're over the shoulders as that knee is tucked into your chest. "20 seconds, and then we're switching legs. "5 seconds. Go ahead and rest. Whew. 1 set left in this first round. Same exercise, just opposite leg, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick it up. Knees coming into chest. Shoulders are over your hands. Remember, this is our longest set we're gonna do today. After this, it drops down, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest for that second round. These 10 seconds, and then we're coming onto our side for that side plank. Go ahead and rest. Let's bring it back down on your side. Half side plank, feet behind the knees, elbow under that shoulder in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Power those hips up. Open the knees as you raise the hips up. Then close and lower back down. Nice and slowly, in control. Already halfway through this set. We're gonna switch sides after this. 10 seconds. Go ahead and rest. We are switching sides, coming down on your other forearm. Knees bent, feet behind them, hips coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Making sure, keeping that chest nice and open. Shoulders should be stacked on top of each other. Keeping that other hand on your hip. 15 seconds to go. Go ahead and rest, and we're coming onto our backs. Legs extended for that toe touch, single leg drop. If you have that weight, feel free to add it in your hands. Otherwise, we're starting in 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulder blades up. Try to touch the toes, and then drop down. One leg, making sure that lower back is staying completely flat to the floor. More than halfway there. We're going to flip over into that high plank after this. 5 more seconds. Go ahead and rest. Let's turn it over. Hands and toes, high plank. We're going to kick that leg up, push the shoulders back, tuck the knees in, and then your shoulders should be over your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees up, kicking it up. So that knee's coming straight into the chest, bringing it over to that opposite elbow. Bring it back, and then kick it into the air, shoulders back. "15 seconds, and then we are switching sides. Go ahead and rest. One more set in this second round, and then we're down to our third and final round. 10 seconds till we start. Same exercise, opposite leg in the air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Bring it in. Shoulders aligned with your hands. "20 seconds, halfway. Go ahead and rest. Let's bring it back down to our side. One final round. 35 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Hips are coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips up, knees open. Close it back down. Slowly lower it. Our shortest time yet. Want you to try and pick up the pace a little bit. Try to squeeze in as many reps as you can, because we already have less than 15 seconds. Go ahead and rest. Let's switch sides. Final time doing this exercise. Elbow under that shoulder, feet behind the knees. Our hips are coming up, hands on that opposite hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. "20 seconds left. And then we're going to turn it onto our backs one last time. for that toe touch to single leg drop. 7 seconds. Go ahead and rest. Lay it on your back. Legs extended, feet in the air. Bringing both those shoulder blades off the ground into that crunch. 10 seconds. Legs are in the air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch it up. Lower one leg down. Keep that pelvic tilt the entire time. Resist that urge to arch your back. Only lowering that leg as far down as you can before you can't keep the lower back flat anymore. 7 seconds. Go ahead and rest and turn it over into that high plank, hands and toes. Final 2 set, our final movement. Doing it on one leg first. Knees up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up, bring it in. Twenty seconds left. Five more seconds. Go ahead and rest. We're gonna switch sides. Our last final set, 35 seconds. In 10 seconds. In position, knees coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up. Final set, a little over 10 seconds remaining. Go ahead and rest. Whew. And grab some water if you need to. Take that nice deep breath. We will go ahead and get started with our stretching portion. We're gonna work our way up. So sitting, right leg in, left leg extended in front of you. We are going to fold forward, trying to reach the ball of your foot and pulling that part closer to you, trying to keep that foot nice and straight to get a little bit of that calf stretch in along with your hamstrings. Folding forward, chin to chest, letting your back open up a little bit as you stretch out your hamstrings and calf. Making sure you're focusing on your breathing. Inhaling through your nose, holding it, and then exhaling out through your mouth. Nice deep breath. We're gonna roll it up in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, roll it up nice and slowly. We will switch legs, right leg out, left leg in. Again, pulling that ball of your foot closer towards you. Feel that calf stretch and your hamstrings all in the back of your right leg. 3, 2, 1. Roll it up nice and slowly. We're going to just move that left leg a little bit out, still keeping it bent, and we're going to take this right leg, swing it behind you, and flip it over into this pigeon position. So your left leg is bent, almost making that 90 degrees. Right leg is flipped over, quad down, hamstring up. And we're just going to come down onto our forearms, stretching out piriformis and your hips. Three, 2, 1. Going to press back up onto our hands. You're going to kick that right leg or that right foot in the air. Reach around back with your right hand, grabbing your right ankle, not the toes. You're going to pull gently closer towards you, your foot, until you start to feel a stretch going down the front of your right thigh, getting that quad. Left hand is still on the ground to support you. Three, 2, 1. Gently release that right leg. Roll it back onto your bottom. And we're just going to switch those legs. So just bringing those knees over. Now that right leg is bent. We're going to extend that left leg back. Come into that pigeon. And again, drop it down onto your forearms. Bring your chin to chest. Three, 2, 1. Press back up. Kick that left foot up. Reach for it with your left hand. Pull the ankle closer to you until you feel that stretch through the front of your left quad. Right hand on the ground supporting you. Three, 2, 1. Gently release that left leg back to the ground. Roll onto your bottoms. And now we are going to bring the bottom of our feet together into a butterfly. Scooting them as close to you as you can. Opening those knees, pressing them to the floor. Folding forward to get that deeper inner thigh stretch. Three, 2, 1. Sitting back up nice and tall. Going to extend the legs out and then bring them in crisscross. We're taking our left hand, placing it to the left of us, dropping that elbow to the floor. And then you're taking your right arm, keeping it straight and bringing it over your head, making sure that right hip is not coming off the ground. Keep that right hip on the floor. Feel that stretch going down the right side of your body. And then we're going to take our right hand and place it on the floor next to our right hand. Just getting a little bit into that right upper back. Both hips still on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Right hand's coming off the ground. We're swinging it around, sitting back up nice and tall. Switching sides, right hand to the right of us. Elbow down, pressing that left hip to the floor. Our left hand, our left arm's coming overhead. Stretch is now running down the left side of our body. And then go ahead and place that left hand on the floor. Oh no. Stay in this stretch as I try to get the lights back on. Okay. Go ahead, raise that left hand back up. We're sitting up nice and tall, still crisscross. We're gonna place our hands in front of us, slide them forward as far as you can, chin to chest, just opening up low back a little bit. And then we're going to stay in this position. Roll yourself forward so that you can come up onto your knees into this quadruped position. We're going to place your right hand and left hand far in front of you, keeping those arms extended, hips in the air. Your forehead is coming down to the floor, pressing your chest into the ground, feeling that stretch through your upper chest and shoulders. And then we're going to place our forearms on the ground. Bring our hands together, interlock them. Your elbows close to your head. And then again, press your chest to the floor, stretching out your triceps. And then go ahead and place them back down on the ground. Raise our forehead up, slide those hands back, and then drop our heels or bottoms back onto our heels so that we can come back into that crisscross seated position. Final stretches are for our neck. We are going to take our right hand and bring it behind our back, palm facing away from you, back of your hand pressed to your back, and then taking your head and just guiding it towards the left. Feel that stretch going down the right side of your neck, nice and gently. And then go ahead, start to slowly move it up and down. Feel that stretch. And then we'll bring it back up, turn the head, and have it come down into our left armpit. And then go ahead, bring that head back up center. Let's switch sides. Left hand's coming behind the back. Same position, palm facing away. And we're taking our right hand, guiding it towards the right so that the stretch is now going down the left side of our neck. And then let's go ahead, Rotate your neck forward and back, nice and small. Feel the stretch moving. And then go ahead, bring it back up center, and then down into your right armpit. Three, two, one. Bringing it back up center. Let's go ahead, place our hands on our knees. We will end with some nice deep breaths. So let's go ahead, looking down. We're gonna inhale and look up in 3, 2, 1. Inhale up, holding that breath. And then exhaling nice and slowly down. One more time, inhale up for a count of 4 in 3, 2, 1. Inhale up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath. And then exhale out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhale up, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is all I have for class today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I will see you guys next time. Sorry about the lights shutting off on me.